frustrating time progressing in this game. I done had to cheat about 3 times to get some progress over the just a look at a little handprint with some luminal spray, and I couldn't get Edgeworth to talk for nothing. Good news is I did get some progress. I got the little ID sheet thing. Apparently, Goodman went into the evidence room. We knew that already. Edgeworth was in there apparently for some odd reason. He has a screwdriver from a trial that he had. The officer Gant requested of him, and now we're just in the evidence room now. What's it called? Dipping dust on the lockers to get some progress. Like, this game has a special way of working my nerves and making me think. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I thought I was done with the whole Von Karma thing, but this is taking too long. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys are seeing and want more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get back into this video. Okay, so hold on. There was something I didn't do when I ended the last video. I didn't check this fingerprint set. What is this? There's nothing on it. I can't even, there's nothing to examine. Alright. Okay. Examine, examine this. This is weird. I read all this last episode. Check for prints. Blah, 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 blah. Is there anything else I can, like... I keep pressing A, it's not doing anything. Like, oh, I didn't mean to... Like, why would you... Hold on. It won't let me check anything on here. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I'm supposed to be dusting for something. So you keep saying that there are no prints. Because they're mostly wiped away. Why would you have me zoom in on this one stain and tell me, why would you give me 2 options for this and I can't do either of them because dust don't... Okay, I'm just going with it. I'm still partially upset from the last episode because it took so long, but let me dust, blow, get down here. Blow. I like the puzzle aspect of this game, but sometimes it's just too much. Like, damn. Like, I'm doing all this for a girl who may or may not be guilty. Like, I've been told, please, Mr. Wright, please, clear my sister's name. Like, I would've just, ooh, y'all lucky I'm not a lawyer, boy. I would've been like, you guilty as a mug. I hate that I have to do all that just to, you know. Alright, whose looks like that? Okay, this looks like Jake's. So is this his locker? Okay. Hey, these fingerprints. Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprint. Found in a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print has been wiped. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. But homegirl Angel Star was already caught up in this trial. Goodman's dead, and that what makes you think he's not involved in the trial anyway? All three of them used to be buddies in that SL9 incident, trying to clear that up. How could he not be involved? Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Ghxst's. Lunar flow reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh, right. I literally just said that. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. You're not trying to allude to him doing the killing, are y'all? I need a good look at this dude in a minute. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning out some results. Finally! This is what you'd call decisive evidence. Before we continue, I want to see profiles real quick. Okay. I think I see where they're getting at with this dude. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but I have an idea. I don't believe it. If it says to be continued, I'm gonna be a little hot. I could have saved myself some time. I could have kept recording last episode, but you know what? It's all good. We're going into the trial now, and if I mess up on this trial now, I swear to God. Save my progress. All that yada yada yada. Trial former. This is day 3. This is the last day of the trial. I can't mess this up. Hold on, I need a drink. I can't mess this up. God! I said I'd fix my controller in between episodes, but I never got to it. Alright. Anyway, trial day. Last day, I think. I hope. Let's get into it. February 24th, 9:41. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Who talks like this? Anyway, I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters. So how'd it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I hold them to the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't speak capital punishment. That's what I mean. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. Found traces of evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Scott? That's facts. That's facts. Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Everyone's fair game at this point. At first we thought it was Star. I thought it was Edgeworth at one point. I even thought it was Gant just because I don't like him for whatever reason. Now it's clearly Marshall. I don't we're gonna find out. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. If the victim was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edward's car. We still never figured out how such and such got to Edward's car, so we're not gonna talk about that apparently. Wow, this is one messed up trial. You're telling me. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable trait. Right, whose side are you on, Emma? Fangirl? Anyway, very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Ms. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness on the day of the stand. If it's Meekins, I swear. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Boy. You're getting well. Oh boy. Yeah, they didn't even have to say his name because they knew it was crazy. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. Occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. So your occupation is the murderer. You didn't seal your own fate. Right. So you're telling us you're a professional killer. Sir, it was me. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. I'm allowed to say this joke merely because I can relate to it. Is he on the spectrum? I don't feel bad about making that joke either. And like I said, no one can talk about me about that joke because I'm also on the spectrum. Fun fact of the day. Actually, I didn't hear that. I didn't see that. Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. Okay. A person who actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. I can fault him for stupidity, though. Crime report, sir. I like the name of that. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. It cost my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So you're admitting to a murder. So we just went around in a circle for no reason, and you crying in jail talking about something you didn't do it just to come to the trial to say that you did it. Man, get this man off my screen. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto to others before they do unto you. I hate the way that saying is said or phrased. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. That's everybody's motto. That's not a family motto. Everybody says that. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more information to work with. Yeah, that was a very short, cross-examination. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned. I spotted a suspicious man. I'm going doing well, straight now, so I was attacked, fought for my life, and then I did it. After that, I passed out. Okay. There's some things that I wanted. A suspicious man. Hold it! Okay. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? It's not, right? There it is, I found it! This is the one right there. If it's the 777, I'm allowed. Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see, huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Interesting. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the blue badger to the evidence room. Okay, so that I assume that's the time I can see the one under Edward. The second time is when I went to get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security camera. Okay. So I just only doing the... Okay, somebody attacked me. Before I continue, I just wanted to... Okay, all my evidence is moved now. I just want to check this. Okay. It does show trust. Okay. I also wanted to press, although it's not my normal duty. Hold it! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, there's a scary thought. Evidence transfers was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by Chief of Detectives, sir. Yes. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. Okay. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished, after the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Man, going doing well. Now somebody attacked. Hold it! So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened? There was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. You life, then I did it. I passed out. Wait, I also want to press this, and I don't know what I can do with that last sentence. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu film. You think you killed this man using Kung Fu? Get the hell out of here. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. Took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in my face, sir. I passed out. Still another officer slapped away. This is what he was telling us yesterday. Well, we need to try and skim for more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from the General Affairs Department doing there in the first place? Right, let's press him for all he's worth. Okay, but he said he was in the evidence room to protect the Blue Badger thing. Is there anything on that Blue Badger I can use? Was allegedly dancing in the evidence room at the time of the murder. Although it was not my known duties, I was not the evidence room that day. Rushed to it, and then I was attacked. And then I did it. Okay. Although it wasn't my normal duty, I was assigned to the... Okay. Evidence room. Okay, so he said he was at the Blue Badger with the Blue Badger. Entered my I'm in charge of hiring recruits. Badger. Okay. So that's why I went to the evidence room. Tell us, what'd you see when you got there? I'm only doing what I was trained to do. Now suddenly attacked. This is proof that he was in the evidence room. So is the log. I'm a little lost. Somebody attacked. Fuck my life, I did it. Alright, I'm gonna see what I can do with this. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying, tears of pain. That's nice. Nice that you recovered from this. When I came around through, I made sure my mission was finished. Mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regards to that, sir, Look at this. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is this? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. I hate how much this man says, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Objection!
What? Well, I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Is there actually gonna be like animation? Oh lord. This rickety ass room. Oh, there's actually animation. That's funny, I'm not gonna hold you. Somebody in a white coat did come through. His face is covered up though. Meekin is sneaking up on bro. This is the first time we're seeing animation, real animation in this game. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh nah. Meekin's actually got. Meekin's could have actually died then. Did you collapse onto your knees? This is wild. All of that, and we don't know who the victim is for real. Why is Edgeworth looking crazy? Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? I think that's the first swear we actually seen in this game, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Sir, that was the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video. If I get one more thing of evidence, I swear to God. Bro, I want to go back to Larry's trial from episode 1. Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Yes, yes. Well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed counter someone in the evidence room in some sort of activity, something. Your Honor, indeed, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Mr. Goodman. How do we know that? I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. He has a good point. The locker is open. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Can it be opened up with an ID too? What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. Okay, I was wrong. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean Victim at the crime scene would have had would have would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. I think I have an idea where I want to start. The space can be. There's no question. Hold it! Alright. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen him. His face can't be identified in this video. Only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? I have to label your stares as disturbing or Deacons. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which required. That's true. The locker. Okay. Undoubtedly. Okay. Marshall. Indicator lights up when it's open. Wait, didn't I say I got a videotape? I can literally watch the entire animation. This is hilarious. Is there like a fast forward feature? This will take too long. Wait, he had gloves on. Yeah, bro had gloves on, no? Is there a glove other than this SL9 glove? How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. Okay. So it must have been him. No one else could have been lucky but him. This all sounds true enough. The victim's body was found at the prosecutor's office. There has to be a mistake somewhere. The real thing's so much more intense than in the movies. Here, you can use the player to watch it as much as you like. Security video. Maybe I should take another look at the footage. Okay, I'm gonna watch through it again. Okay, so the evidence has to be the tape. There has to be a way to like fast forward this. Okay. Let's say and watch this, y'all. Okay, blue badger. Doesn't really look like a badger. Okay, so bro has gloves on. Okay. Convenient enough that the blue badger glitched right when he opened his locker. I saw that. Okay, Megan sneaks up on him. Okay. Oh! He got cut. Alright. Okay. Let me look at that log, because I'm thinking about something. Okay. So, Meekins did follow back. at this 5:14 mark. His face can be seen clearly, but there's no question that that's true. That's on that anyway. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? I think there is. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Objection!
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edwards? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in this video. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? This is my first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so I can't rewind, fast forward, and pause. Thank you. I was waiting for a feature like that. Just take a good look at and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy even become a police officer? That's what I wanted to know when I first met him. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicate I didn't finish reading? Fast forward. Did we see him unlock the thing? Oh! Rewind. We just seen him open the thing. We just seen him open the door. He didn't put his hands on or thumb on it. Wait a minute. Hold on. I might be onto something else. Hold on. Play. Reverse. Hold on. Rewind. I keep trying to rewind. Got it. I figured it out. The light. Wait, no! Oh, I figured it out. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Blah, 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 blah. Play video again, because I didn't mean to click that. Every time your point... Okay, I didn't mean to click that. There were too many buttons. Fast forward. Pause.
Take that!
The light. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins? Sir? Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint, and if it's a match, right? Okay. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Yeah, the light's still on. Can I please speed this up? Golly. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. That man moved real fast when I'm sitting here looking at this video. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit? Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the lock is automatically locked. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. So then, Miss Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. Oh, brother. What do you think? What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor? Say? There's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Would it be that glove that fell out? Fast forward. Rewind a little bit. Would it be the glove?
Take that!
Please watch closely. This is the contradiction of the part the part I showed you earlier. I thought that said part 1. Like it's Roman numerals. They really use a rubber glove to prop open the door. That's funny. But how would a little glove do all that? Anyway. What's this? Something white fell out the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll. I'm not pressing nothing, y'all. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Yeah, because what if something was caught in between the door and the sensor to where it can be propped open and not be locked completely? This trial is going smooth so far, y'all. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times I get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, the tie chokes me. But the object would have had to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical current. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime, there just might have been something that fits that description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was the insulator that was stuck in the door? Chill out. Alright. Move my controller after this.
Take that!
Alright. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker, as a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. That badger almost scared me just now with its eyes. Anyways, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order. So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Objection!
Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has clearly demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Bro. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? That's how I feel, Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie. Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Man Part 2. There's one more thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When the ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. That's short, but I think I can work with my way around that. An ID record, I see. I have the ID record right here, Your Honor. Yes. But we don't know who that is up top, though, if that even matters. I'm gonna scoot up. My back is starting to hurt. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due to transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just saying that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There was only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now, let us move to the cross-examination. One other thing. Consider the evidence. You must their ID. Track record of it at the time of the crime detected. Okay. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is too far obvious. Yeah. I need to find out how to prove it. It's not like Edward to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on. Let's show him what we've got. What do I have? If I showed him that I had the ID, the log, one must have. Okay. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Yeah, because what if someone takes your card? They have access to that room. Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of the 3 times my tie stuck when I got my car? Well, the remaining time, put my ID card back in the bag. Instead of the door closing, my ID chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. There's a record of it. Does it though? Cause there's still a blank, there's still a blank one here. Like, there's still a blank one from 420. How about this?
Objection!
Nope. Alright. I'll go ahead and save my game right here. I'm not ending this game, but I'm just gonna save it here in case I fail. Enter. Must have their own ID. One thing. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. That's a good point. Maybe he just panicked. Panicked for what? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Okay. Press this too. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, don't you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Can't you just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Okay. Let's have their own ID card. Here's a record of it. Did I say this one already? Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edward, your name is on here. I was alluding to the fact that there's a 777 number on there and there's no one there. So it is your wrong color, kid. It would seem. The inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Mr. Edward, it must be so difficult for him. The time of the crime. I read that already. So I have to present them with something. But what? Keeps a record of it. I want to say it's this, but I'm not sure. Hold on. After inducted. Yeah, this ain't gonna help me. At the time of crime, the detective had already used his card. At the time of the crime, hold on. Time of the crime. Here goes my game glitching again. Bro. Alright. Time of the crime. Didn't it say the... Hold on. Date of time between 4 and 5:30. Okay, so that's still in the time frame. How can I prove that the log can be faulty? Time of the crime. Let me look at the log one time. Check. Okay, so Bruce and Meekins were still in there within that 4 to 5:30 time frame. Let's see. Matthew's ID card. Wait a minute. What if 5-9 lost item? Wait a minute. What if he wrote a lost item report to find his lost ID? Alright, I guess I gotta figure out which at the time of the detective had to use his card. What was this? 5-8. I thought I was onto something there, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Objection!
There we go. I'm onto something. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report. It's only half completed. It shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something has to be his ID card, right? Can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Thank you. I was getting to that. See, I'm getting smarter. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. What is it, bro? Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room is already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well, right? Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Ed, explain yourself, Mr. Edward. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Oh no. Ooh, we didn't really help her at all. Okay. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this one? Wait and see what happens.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. It didn't. It just shows Meekins laid out. However, it can't be taken. I didn't even realize the headset is gone. However, it cannot be said that it is related to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Yeah. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edwards? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution fair? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considers the incident in the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified. What is his or her name? Jake Marshall.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? You can let Edward know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense request. Since he was responsible regarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We should need no longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Whew. That was pretty easy. I'm gonna save here again. So I don't have to. Alright. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Huh? What do you mean? We called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you already know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Yeah, you're quiet on this one now. I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Yeah, you are. You interrupted a very interesting scene, bro. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all the way run around while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh my goodness. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Can I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? It's on my incident files. Files for the Joe Dart killing solved 2 years ago. Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with the serial murderers. Oh duh, they're serial murderers, Goofy. Oh wait. Oh what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... Is what? That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, no, Lana! That's over with! No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edwards. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back into the trauma, right? Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Please do, because this is all over the place. To be continued. Okay, because I was thinking about stopping the video anyway. Alright. Trial ladder. Alright, I assume this is gonna be the last trial. And then we're gonna get a verdict. We're finally getting to the meat and potatoes of this episode. So this video has been going on for an hour. I didn't even pay attention to that. But yeah, apparently Jake Marshall is a suspect. Like I said, either this video or last video. But apparently the SL9 incident it also goes by the Joe Dark killings. First, who is this? Who is Joe Dark? Like I don't. I hope we figure that out in the next episode, but it's unlikely because a lot of things are up in the air right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys look to see and want more Phoenix Wright, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna go get my controller fixed because it's been on the fritz all episode. And yeah, in the next episode we're gonna go to the latter part of the trial, and we're finally gonna get a verdict. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.
Sometimes I love myself, touch myself.